Have you ever sat down to work and told yourself, "Today I'm going to focus"? But within minutes, you found yourself scrolling your phone, checking random notifications, or getting distracted by thoughts that have nothing to do with what you're trying to accomplish? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people struggle with this exact problem every single day. And despite how common it is, most people fundamentally misunderstand what's happening inside their brain. The truth is that your difficulty focusing is not a personal failure. It's not a sign of laziness or a lack of discipline. Your brain has been trained through constant interruptions and digital stimulation to operate in a fragmented and reactive way. But the good news is that with the right approach, you can retrain your mind and rebuild your ability to concentrate deeply. Before we dive into the practical strategies, it's important to understand a few scientific misconceptions that prevent people from improving their focus. The first misconception is the idea that focus is simply about trying harder. Many people believe that if they just force themselves to sit still and pay attention, they'll automatically be productive. But research from Stanford University, as well as work by Cal Newport, shows that focus depends far more on reducing something called attention residue. Attention residue is the mental leftover that remains in your brain after you switch tasks. Even a tiny distraction, like a quick look at your phone, can leave cognitive traces that weaken your ability to focus for up to 20 minutes. The second misconception is that multitasking makes you more productive. In reality, a study from the University of London found that multitasking can temporarily lower your IQ as much as losing a full night of sleep. When you multitask, your brain isn't handling two tasks simultaneously. It's rapidly switching between them. That switching burns mental energy, reduces clarity, and leads to lower quality work. The third misconception is that some people simply have naturally short attention spans and there's nothing they can do about it. But neuroscience tells us the opposite. Research from the University of California shows that attention is a trainable skill. The more time you spend in focused, distraction-free work, the more your brain adapts to support that ability. Deep work strengthens your prefrontal cortex in the same way repeated exercise strengthens your muscles. Now that we've debunked these myths, let's talk about the practical steps you can take to build strong, reliable focus in your everyday life. The first strategy is to begin every deep work session with a 60-second reset. Before you start, sit quietly for 1 minute and breathe slowly. This simple pause shifts your brain out of reactive mode and prepares it for intentional, concentrated work. The second strategy is to eliminate micro-distractions before you begin. These tiny interruptions, your phone buzzing, extra tabs on your screen, background noise, are far more damaging than most people realize. Put your phone in another room, close unnecessary tabs, and keep one notebook beside you where you can write down any distracting thoughts instead of acting on them. The third strategy is to use what I call the single task window. When you sit down to work, choose only one task to focus on. No bouncing between apps, messages, or unfinished chores. A single task environment reduces attention residue and allows your brain to drop into a deeper state of focus. The fourth strategy is to work in natural cycles. Your brain operates in waves of high and low energy throughout the day. Instead of pushing through exhaustion, work for a set period, like 30 or 40 minutes, and then take a short break. Follow your rhythm. Deep work doesn't require long hours. It requires focused, high-quality minutes. The fifth strategy is to protect your peak hours. Everyone has a time of day when their brain is naturally sharper. For many people, this is in the morning. For others, it's in the evening. Identify your peak focus window and use it for your most important and mentally demanding work. The sixth strategy is to reduce dopamine overload. Constantly scrolling through social media trains your brain to crave quick, unpredictable rewards. This makes slower, more demanding work feel boring. To reset your attention, avoid social media during the first 1 to 2 hours of your morning. This small daily detox dramatically improves your ability to concentrate later. The seventh strategy is to design an environment that encourages deep work. Your surroundings influence your behavior more than you realize. A clean desk, a quiet room, a closed door, or noise-canceling headphones can all send a powerful signal to your brain that it's time to work deeply. The eighth strategy is to train your focus gradually, like a muscle. Don't try to force yourself into a 2-hour deep work session on the first day. Start with just 20 minutes. As you build consistency, slowly increase the duration. Within a few weeks, most people can reach 1 to 2 hours of uninterrupted concentration. The ninth strategy is to measure your progress instead of judging yourself. If you get distracted, don't beat yourself up. Simply track how many minutes of deep work you completed. Data creates self-awareness and helps build momentum. The 10th and final strategy is to end every deep work session with a closure ritual. When you finish, close your notebook, tidy your workspace, and write down the next step you'll take tomorrow. This ritual helps your brain mentally release the task and sets you up for deeper focus the next time you begin. Deep work is more than a productivity technique, it's a way of living with intention. It helps you think more clearly, accomplish meaningful work, and regain control over your mind in a world full of distractions. Your ability to focus is not broken, it's simply untrained. And the moment you begin practicing these strategies, you start rewiring your brain for clarity, discipline, and long-term success. Choose one of these steps today, just one, and make it part of your routine. As you repeat it, your ability to focus will grow stronger. And if you want more science-based strategies for building discipline and mental clarity, make sure to subscribe and share your challenges in the comments. Your mind is capable of deep, powerful work, and today is the perfect day to take the first step toward unlocking that ability. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.